Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Chat webinar tonight. Thank you for being here. The topic tonight is unraveling the myth of happiness, financial achievement versus fulfillment. In a world that constantly measures success through external markers like career achievement, financial gain, or societal approval, many find themselves on an endless treadmill, running towards happiness that seems just out of reach. The prevailing myth is that happiness is something that comes after we achieve or arrive at a specific destination, be it a promotion, a new house, a perfect relationship, or a financial milestone. For decades, we've been conditioned to believe that financial achievement leads to happiness. But what if the pursuit of financial success and happiness isn't the same thing? What if the true fulfillment lies not in the external accolades, but in an internal shift of perspective and purpose? External accomplishments can provide satisfaction, but they rarely offer lasting fulfillment. As success builds, so do the expectations, pressures, and stress that accompany it. True fulfillment, however, comes when we begin to understand that happiness isn't the byproduct of success, but rather the result of a mindset rooted in inner peace, clarity, and purpose. Fulfillment isn't about having more, doing more, or proving more. It's about aligning our life and actions with our core values and purpose, regardless of external circumstances. Fulfillment is about the deep sense of meaning that comes from living a life that aligns with our values and passions. While achievements can provide temporary satisfaction, meaning endures. And meaning is something that comes from the way we live, the relationships we nurture, and the impact we have on others. Our mission isn't just to deliver a product or a service. It's to make a real lasting difference in the lives of our customers. As a forward-thinking company that's about to embark on a transformative journey of its own, we're not just bringing new products or services to the market. We're embarking the opportunity to reshape how we think about success and fulfillment, both for ourselves and for the people we serve. We're taking a deeper look at the myth surrounding happiness and finding a more grounded, sustainable approach to fulfillment that speaks to the modern, busy individual. Welcome you, everybody, and we're going to start with Marty on the topic. Thank you, Marty.
Okay, hello, everybody. Benno, that was good. It's a pretty complex topic, really. I've always looked at people in the past that we consider successful and happiness. And everywhere I look and everybody I've heard, it's an illusion to think, if this happens, I'm going to, or when this happens, or if using that mentality that X amount of money, then I'll be happy. The only thing I could relate it to, I remember, well, I wish I could make more. I look at money more of a tool to get what I need to pursue happiness. It's just a tool. I don't look at it as the final product. Like, if you can get debt free, see if I can eliminate my mind of thinking about money, and that's all I ever wanted. I mean, I've told Chris on the day I met him, I want to get to the point where I don't have to think about money. I don't want to think because I have too much. I don't want to have a competition. I got $1 million, I want 2 million, 4 million. That's just ridiculous. Some of the people and that's asked before too. I mean, if he wanted to be the richest man in the world, he's got the platform, without a doubt. But that's not what he wants. He's made a lot of money. He's made a lot of money as a young guy now, and he's 50 or 51. But he found out that's not happiness. Happiness is when you have a purpose and you fulfill that purpose, or you're in line and you're living the life that gives you joy and happiness. And I found, for me, that when you do for others or give to others, there's nothing that feels better than that. And that has nothing to do with the
Excuse
size
me,
of
Marty.
my.
Can you turn up your volume just a bit?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, how's that? Okay. But I found that no matter what your bank account is, it means nothing. Now, I'm fortunate because I don't have anything in my bank account, so I can't be worried about that. But no, obviously, I want to not think about money. I want, when I see somebody in need, I want to give it to them. But I love the company part of it because it's not only it's not a Band-Aid. If you share the company with people in need, yeah, get them off their feet, get them up standing, get them water, get them food, but then give them this toolbox where they can build their own happiness with all the tools in it, including money. It's part of the toolbox that then they can pursue their happiness. But I don't think anybody, and I'm saying this as a poor guy, but I mean, I've been through where you went to a lot of money at one time in one of the companies I was in, like 10,000 a day back and forth. And it was like monopoly money. It didn't make me happy, really. In fact, it was more stressful because you're dealing with more money. But I believe, and in all the research that I've looked at, that it's an illusion that if I get this, it'll make me happy. And the other problem with is when you use something like money to get happiness, it only lasts a short time. I remember at work, they gave me a raise, 10%. I was like, wow, this is great. I went home, I was like, but you know what? It didn't take very long that my lifestyle, how it happened, things went up in cost, whatever, that raise disappeared. The number was higher, but my quality of life really is no different than it was 10% ago. But I also found that if you help other people, this is why I didn't like MLM. Let's put it this way. I didn't know what I was looking for when you're young. I didn't know. I thought I'll get online, I'll build a business, we'll make money, we'll travel, we'll blah, 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 blah. And as time goes on, you learn that that's not necessarily how things fall into place. And thank God, because I don't know how I would approach this 20 years ago. I'm here now because I'm supposed to be here now. I'm where I'm at because I was meant to be where I am now. And I can really appreciate it when people say, oh, how you do it live every day? It's a vitamin for me. I love doing it because I feel passionate that people are going to get the tools to pursue their happiness. It may not all be the same. That's okay. That's what makes us different. But I know we're going to be in the position to paint the world a different color. And it takes that money as a tool to give us extra features that we can work with. It's an adjustable wrench. It's just another tool that can push us along to go, for happiness. But fulfillment is beyond finances. It's actually rooted in non-material stuff, right? Fulfillment for me is relationship, like purpose, activities, a sense of meaning, like why am I here? And once you do something, listen, this is just fact. When you do something, let's say an ONPASSIVE, and you feel good, that's worth a lot more than money. I mean, I've been in meetings or talked to certain people, and some of those meetings you leave and you go, wow, that was electrifying. That is fulfillment for me. True fulfillment comes from experience, connections like we have together, not just the balance in my bank account. I've never thought of my bank account and made me smile, okay? Now, I hope that changes. I don't hope. I believe with all my heart that's going to change, but I jump past that. I already think and walk and focused that I have all the money I'll ever need. I'll never run out. Now, I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe that. So I stopped focusing on amounts. Now, I heard for 4 or 5 years, numbers, people love numbers. I go, no, numbers, and Mike Ellis does numbers. And I go, I know how to do numbers. I don't want to. But the last couple of weeks I did. But the only way I would do it is talking to Chris is when I can relate it to life. X amount of sales, you can do this. X amount of sales, you can pay for your groceries for a month. X amount of sales, you can pay your mortgage, your rent, buy a car, help your family. That's how I wanted to relate it. Not I want $10,000 in 9 days and $20,000 in 110, all that crap. That's an illusion. It doesn't happen. If it does, it's 1%. And it's not going to happen for everyone. In this company, we can all build towards that. But fulfillment is a big deal. Listen, I think people need to party when they hit milestones in their life. If you've done something that was hard to do, but it was good for you and others, you should feel good about it. And when you see it being done, all of you do this. I try to do it every time. Hey, you did a really good job, because I know that man or that woman is not comfortable. That to me is fulfilling. Seeing somebody be their better selves. Like I said, ONPASSIVE didn't make you, but it gives fertile ground for you to grow and be who you want, who you can be. Align your goals with your core value rather than some crazy expectation that is a fantasy. This fantasy thing is driving people insane. Invest in the experience, spend activities that create lasting memories rather than material possessions. I saw, I'm sorry I'm talking too much, but I'll be done soon. 50 Cent bought Mike Tyson's house, 18,000 square feet. Unbelievable. And one day he walked in, he had all the cars, he had all the stuff, and he looked down the hallway, and it was a long hallway. And he said, what am I doing here? I don't even know what's down there. Why do I need all of this? And he finally sold it, downsized, and got into what matters in life. Why did that happen to him? Probably money hit him before he knew who he was. Right? It happens to a lot of people, especially in sports and all that. they don't know who they are. They didn't live enough life to find out what they really want or who they are and what makes them, what would really truly make them happy. So they try to buy it. And that pursuit is gobbling people up. I see it, and I'm passive with some people, and nobody, very few need more money than me. But my goal is not that. And I start eliminate process of elimination. Do I have to worry about the product? Check. No. Do I have to worry that I'm going to be treated fairly with pay? No. Do I think I'm going to be paid as much, if not more, than any other company would pay me? Absolutely. Do I think everybody that I'm talking to on the screen and everybody that I've talked to in the last 4 or 5 years that stayed in are going to do well? Yes. Do I have to worry about that? No. That's why I believe working on us, right? Working on us. And remember, giving back, contribute to others' well-being enhances your happiness. We're going to the word happiness now. The happiest I've ever been is when I've done something for somebody else and it impacted them. I mean, that you could tell they really, really liked it. So, and that meant a lot to me. All of it works together. I didn't have a lot of time to think about everything I wanted to say, but I hope that helped a little bit. But I just think we're in a good place. And instead of always looking forward, relish in what we have, because what we have is more powerful than any amount of money we'll ever get. That's all I got.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you, Marty. So yes, this 5-6 years being together in this community and listening to each other, we learned from one another, and our perspective got expanded and our insight got developed. You said that you use the tools and services as a leverage towards your fulfillment. You already know what you want. You already know what's your purpose. So look at us. We're not even financially anywhere yet as far as the company, but we're fulfilled. We're happy. We come together every night. We're just having fun. We're enjoying. We're just sharing energy. So so that's where fulfillment gets separated from financial needs. Although financial need will bring everybody comfort, but definitely doesn't bring happiness necessarily. Thank you, Marty. Chris Johnson, what's your insight on this?
Wow, my insight is probably a lot different than a lot of other people's, I guess. When I first read the topic, I had to think about this all day. What can I possibly say about the myth of happiness? So I guess the first thing normally I do is when I don't really maybe know how to explain something is I look it up. You know, what is myth? And I found a pretty cool thing. And let me just read it to you. It's titled, Is Myth a True Story? Myths are stories that are based on tradition. Some may have factual origins while others are completely fictional. But myths are more than mere stories, and they serve a more profound purpose in ancient and modern cultures. Myths are sacred tales that explain the world and man's experience. I love that last part about that. Man, I could talk about a million things. Number one, I forgot happy birthday, Miriam. I hope you had a wonderful day. And to Marty's sister too, Diane. That's happiness to me to say happy birthday to people. I'm a lot like Marty is. That's happiness to me. And it's not a myth to make people smile, to make people laugh, to make people feel important, as Sherry Dursway always says. It's important that we make people feel important. I think, earlier before we started, I was talking about all these vitamins and stuff I take a day. And every single morning I take vitamin A and vitamin D. That would be vitamin Ash and vitamin DeGarmo. And then I kick in a vitamin C, which is a little bit of me. And then I think about all the people that are on here and all the letters that are out. I mean, I think I take the whole alphabet. as far as it comes to happiness. You know, you have myths and legends. Legends are people that did great things, whether it was biblical or modern, and we don't really let them go. Like you could say Michael Jackson. Everyone's going to know Michael Jackson probably as long as until I live. He was a legend in music. The big fight tonight, Mike Tyson. Everyone knows who Mike Tyson is. The world is now finding out a little bit more about Jake Paul. I mean, that's myths. And like I said, it's hard to put this all together, but if I can relate it to this amazing company, and that last paragraph I read in my opening statement is, you know, if you think about every big thing in this world, it had to start somewhere. It really had to start somewhere. And sometimes people, they put everything they got into it, but they don't really include a lot of people. You can use Steve Jobs as an example, a genius, but he didn't really include a lot of people, and he kind of stepped on a lot of people along the way, and everyone's seen that through the movie. Maybe we didn't know about it until, you know, once movies come out, we see some of the bad things about that person. The greatest thing is when Ash Mufareh's movie is going to come out, you're not going to see any bad things. You're going to see the bad that was done to him. And that wasn't a myth either. This actually happened, and you'll know that as soon as he's ready to put it out there. But myths and legends, they all come down to a campfire. You know, where do we hear about myths and legends? Usually a lot of us in America, I'd say, we go camping or we have a campfire, whether it's in your yard or on a little vacation. And that's usually where the stories start, you know, about your great-great-grandfather who did an amazing thing one time, or he dove off a diving board and he dove in, he grabbed an alligator by the tail and he drug him out. You know, myth. But to a little kid, that's a legend. You know, I got a million of those stories. Some are true, some are just, there's only a 4-year-old kid's gonna believe it, you know. Santa Claus. I love Santa Claus. We want our kids to have an imagination because we want them to be happy. I actually know people that their kids, we're truth with them now. There's no Santa Claus. That's us. And it kind of takes their imagination away from them. And it kind of takes the joy away from them. I mean, I believe in real things, but I love the fact that as I was a kid, I believed in Santa Claus. I believed that he was on my roof. I believe he was coming down a chimney, even though we didn't have one. You know, he made one. But I think that's life. I mean, Marty hit it on the head a few times. You could take you can have a very happy couple that gets divorced, and one of them is completely brokenhearted. I was just talking to Marty about this. And that man or that woman could turn around the next day and win $100 million. Do you think that's going to help their broken heart? It's not going to help their broken heart. Like Marty said, it's a tool. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of fun with that $100 million, you know, but I like to keep in perspective. You're looking at someone that's never changed my whole life. I've been loud and obnoxious and a little crazy my whole life, and I don't expect to change that. I do expect to be more professional on how I do things with this company because I want to come across as I believe in this company, and it's an amazing company, made a lot of friends in this company, but I also want to put out the right message that, especially not on trivia, but on this show, I want to say that we all believe in this company so much. It's not a myth. It's not a legend. It's happening right now. Will there be legends and myths that come out of this company? Absolutely. There'll be stories for our lives, into our kids' lives, into our grandkids' lives, and so on, about how these 800,000 so people believed in something that no one in the world thought it's impossible. And each one of those grandkids of yours, your kids, are going to be able to sit around that campfire and tell that story about how Sherry Dursaway, my great-great-great-great-grandmother, got into this company and spent the rest of her life giving back to people, going to grocery stores and buying people food and going into clothes stores and buying people clothes. All right, that's the stories. That's the happiness that I'm waiting for. I want everyone to have money in their bank account, but I want it to be love money. And the great thing about here, this is clean, ethical money. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of ways out there that you can go out and make bad money, evil money, blood money. This company is clean and ethical. And I do get aggressive when people call me certain names. But see, I know in my heart, why get angry at them? Let them say what they want to say. That's the devil. That's someone that's envious, or, you know, sometimes envious, and people allows them to miss a lot of things because they just don't believe. I have a belief system that's unbelievable. Number one, for that big guy upstairs, I still believe, and I'll still say that he led me to this company. I believe he gives me courage and strength and wisdom to talk every single day to amazing people that believe in the same thing I do. And really, if it comes down to it, if you just took out the myth part and just put happiness, I think that's all we really want. We just want happiness. We want some love. We want hugs. We want best wishes. And I think that's what I see every day when I talk to you individuals. And there's a lot of people out there that just need a hug. And believe it or not, that's what this company is. This company is one big hug to the world. It's reaching out to people that's maybe never had a hug, maybe never had a chance. And maybe they have a lot of ideas, but because where they're at, they feel, well, it's never going to happen for me. But I'm here to tell you, through this company, anything can happen. It's an amazing company. I believe that, I don't believe, I know, and this ain't no myth. Through this company, the dreams that I've heard for the last 4 years out of people's mouths in this company are going to happen. And I truly believe that we will have an army of angels that's going to go out and change the world, because every one of you, when you go to your bank after we get going and you pull out some money because maybe you want to buy something, I want you to look at those dollars. Look at that green and think about the time you didn't have any. And then I want you to think about someone else that doesn't have anything and what we're going to do. There's going to be a time in the future where we do something so great for maybe say a place in Africa or Papua New Guinea that's going to make national news, and people are going to say, wow, what is this company? What is this company that's giving so much back, and it's nonstop, and it's got people of every color, race, gender, religion, and they're working together? That's unheard of. Oh my God, that's unheard of. People that were at war are together because they want the same thing. People that start wars are just evil dictators, but everything around them is just loving families that want the best for their families. That's it. So I don't know if I hit the topic, Miss Minnow, but that was a tough one today. But all I could say is I'm happy. And I think all you are happy. And what's coming your way is going to make a lot of happiness. Back to you, Minnow.
Thank you, Chris. So what you described was your definition and your perspective of success. So success could be different achievement from person to person. With the faith that you're holding in your heart and love and that you hold for everybody in your heart, you just described that with this deep sense of meaning that you carry on, of you're already having the fulfillment by mentality. So you just are gonna, like Marty, use the financial means to just develop this and reach out to more people. That was beautiful. Thank you, Chris. All right, Collins, your perspective, please. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Minnow. Thank you for inviting me. Greeting to everyone. Maddie, well said, Chris. You know, you just opened the floor. Jean, you are here, just greeting to everyone. Yeah, so I looked at the topic, Minnow, when you sent to me this evening, and I was thinking about it. It's really a tough one, you know, and I was looking about, you know, unveiling the might of happiness, financial achievement, and fulfillment. So I split it into two. So there is financial achievement, and there is fulfillment, and there's happiness. So let me put it that way, 3 years. So when I look at financial achievement, There is a saying in the business we are in. It said, when you are in, you will win. That is true. We all are winners. And yesterday, with my brother Bob, we talked about the ONPASSIVE concept. The concept of ONPASSIVE, it's about doing less, paying less, earning more with the ability to do good to humanity. When we look at Mr. Ash Mufareh, the reason why he built this business is about giving us more for us to do good, to give us time and financial freedom. So are we ready to use that time and freedom to do good? That is the question. That's where I look at this, your topic, I split into two, doing good, because at the end of the day, all of us will do well, like Maddie said. But are we ready in our heart of heart? Like Cardinal Newman said, let our heart speak unto our heart. Are we ready to do good when the time comes? So I look at happiness. True happiness is not an achievement. It resonates from your heart. Happiness comes from your own heart. It's not an achievement. Achievement, we can have financial freedom. That's materialistic. Let us remember that our journey on this planet Earth, we are just a stranger. Like Psalms 90, I'm sorry that I'm going biblically. They said 1,000 years is like a day in God's eyes, and a day is like 1,000 years. May God teach us how to number our days so we may get a heart of wisdom. That's Psalms 90. So we look at it, financial freedom is not true happiness. Happiness comes from your heart. What you will do to humanity. How are we going to bless others with what we have? Because true blessing is not what you have, because people will not remember you for what you have. They will remember you for what you did, what you've done to others, to your brothers and sisters. Like Jesus said, who is your brother? Who is your neighbor? It's those people you walk every day, you see them on the street. It's not the people you know. So that is where your financial freedom will come, and that true happiness, will come when you start to get the apples and the flow. You've taken care of yourself. You've achieved all what you want to achieve. There are companies that have lived for 190 years. Some of us will never live for 190 years, honestly. They say 70 years is what God has given us, and 80 years is when we are strong. And it comes with sorrows and misery. That's what the Bible says. It's not me. I didn't write it. But within that time, what are we going to do to be counted? We will leave fingerprint. Whether we like it or not, we will leave fingerprint on this planet Earth. It can be good or it can be bad. But Ash has built us a platform for us to have true financial freedom. But we will be counted for what we have done. Are we ready to run that race to do good to humanity? Like the way Paul said, I've run the race, I'll fight a good fight. What awaits me is the crown that the righteous God will give it to me on that day, and to many others who have done good. Are we ready to do good? That's the true question we have to ask ourselves, because Ash is replicating Mother Teresa's. As he said, I want to create 1 million Mother Teresa's to go out and replicate it. Are we ready to do that? That's the question we have to ask ourselves and reflect on that statement. He is doing his part, because if Ash was someone who is here just to make something out of us, by now he would disappear and say, you know what, I'm done. Like all of those people. But he said, I will fulfill what God has assigned me. He said, I want to leave the world in a better place than I came into it. That's what Ash said. I want to leave this planet Earth in a better place. When I am what? In 5 years' time, when it's 55, the world will not be the same again. That is what he wants to fulfill. Are we ready to fulfill it as well? Are we ready to take the baton and do good and transform the place? Because financial fulfillment is different from true happiness. All of us can express happiness in different ways. But I know where my own true happiness will come from. And everyone will know. But I believe from the day we come into this business and this company, which Mr. Alpha have built and this platform, we have learned so much to know that money is not everything because it is a done deal. But what are we going to do with the excess? And I really love this topic. You know, when Mino put this topic, I ponder upon it. And I said, this is where true happiness will come. And people will know us. They will know your name for doing something terrible with the financial fulfillment you will have, or do good with the financial fulfillment. So I will leave it there. Mino, thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, as always. Yes, so you mentioned that ASH has given us time and financial freedom to do good. So, and you said happiness comes from our heart and from our soul. Either we have it or we don't. We can work to develop happiness, but that's not something that financial achievement will bring to us. There are people that are rich that are not necessarily happy, having many issues, and because they put probably their focus on the money and they think that as ultimate goal. And there are people who don't have, and there are many people who don't have many means financially, but they are generous at heart and they're just happy people. So that's something that comes genetically by heart, and it could be a learning attitude. It could be your circle of influence to help you develop that kind of perspective and insight. Thank you. We go to Bob Takusi, please. Thank you.
All right, hello everybody. Good evening. Greetings from Bel Air, Maryland. It's good to be here. Good to see you all. Thank you, Collins, Brother Madi, Brother Chris. You guys have already just put it all together out there, but I'm going to try. So when I saw the topic, I focus, I always focus, right, Chris? I just focus on the key word, which was happiness. Happiness, financial achievement versus fulfillment. So to me, happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is a state of mind, and it fluctuates with emotions. So it depends on you. Do you want to be happy? It fluctuates with emotions depending on the circumstances of the moment you are in and the things you're going through. Some people might put a certain thing that they want to achieve to attain or to gain that happiness. So once you gain once you gain that thing, then what happens next? Then your happiness, based on that emotion now, it might go back down or it might go up, So other external factors might also influence your emotion. Other things beyond your control can influence your happiness, right? Whether you're happy or not. Past events, past experiences too do impact, you, whether you're happy or not. But I believe that the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. It depends on you, your thoughts. And if I read this book, it's The Secret. I think most of us, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. In that book, Bob Proctor he tells us that, the thoughts, your thought is a physical representation of your life. So do you want to be happy? If you want to be happy, then attract that thought into your life. There are people in this world who live simple lives. Simple lives, they don't have much, but they are contented with what they have. They are happy. You see what I'm saying? But I really want to, when I read this topic, I wanted to focus on the one energy that we all follow, which is our founder, Mr. Ash. I wanted to zero on him and tell you why I think he's happy. Why I think he's happy, and why I think he's going to earn this financial achievement but it doesn't mean much to him as does the fulfillment. And I'm going to explain that. You know, in the past month, I think someone here mentioned earlier, Brother Mari and Chris, they have expressed some joy, some happiness in their constant collaboration with our founder, Mr. Ash. I think they have told us every day for the past month how happy Ash is, how happy they see Mr. Ash, how he reacts with them. He's happy. So why is he happy? I think he gave us a clue maybe like a couple of months ago. Maybe some of us forgot. But here are the 4 reasons that Mr. Ash gave us, which I think they are the profound reasons why he's happy, why he comes across very happy and contented with where he is and where we are. Remember, he told us, he said, we are almost there. We see the other side. We see the other. Meaning that, you know, Mr. Ash is a man of, he deals with data, he deals with evidence, and when he makes these kinds of pronouncements, he's not just speaking out of the blue. He has evidence to the facts that what we are bringing, what this system that he's building and putting together, what he's bringing is something that is not out there. Never before seen technology. 21st century revolutionary cutting edge technology. That is what we are bringing. It's not currently in the market. And he can tell us that authoritatively because he can see he's there. We are now probably 100% there and he can see it. So now he's just crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So that's why he's happy. That's why we collectively should be happy. Then he talked about the team that he has. The A team, I might say. You know, remember when Mr. Ash put everything together, he said he's going to put people with a passion to transform businesses as a mission together. Initially, the first team that we had, they were not in sync with him. So now he got the A team. So now he has the team that understands his mission and his vision and are building the system to operate exactly as he intends and produces the exact results that he expects. That is why Mr. Ash Mufara is very excited when he speaks to our brothers, Chris and Marty. That is why he's happy. Because he has the team, the A team, they are in sync with him, and they're building the system, they're putting everything together exactly as he envisions it, exactly as it is in his blueprints. Number 3, he said, we made our mistakes. Now he has made enough mistakes. He's made all the mistakes, and now he's moving forward straight on, correcting all the mistakes, taking us exactly to where he's supposed to. Everything that he has in mind with the team that he has, he's not going to repeat those mistakes. I think he told us one time, if he makes those mistakes again, then he's the dumbest person ever on earth. He's very proud with the team that he has. He tells us these are guys who, when he sits with them, he thinks that he thinks like he's dumb. That's how smart they are. So if Ash Mufara, who is a master in technology himself, tells you the people that the new folks that we have makes him feel dumb, then know that we are fine, and those mistakes will never occur again. Us to the right direction. And the 4th one said our vision. Our vision is out there. Mr. Ash, when he came initially, his mission, what was his mission? To uplift humanity, as it has been said before. That is the profound intention of the system and everything that Ash Mufara is working on. To uplift humanity first. And then he has this vision. What is the vision? To create this system that is going to provide to the peoples of the world, no matter where you are, from Cairo in North Africa to to Cape Town in South Africa, or to Djibouti in the east of Africa, or to Ouagadougou in the west of Africa, north or south of Europe, north or south of America, Australia, you name it. Doesn't matter where you are, when you come into this system, you do what this system asks you to do, you're going to succeed. That is his vision. That is why Ash Mufareh is happy. That is why when he speaks to Brother Madi and Chris, they tell us, Marty tells us that he's never seen Ash as happy as he is now. It's because he has the team, he's made the mistakes, he got the vision synchronized with the team, he can see the other side, he knows exactly what we are bringing to this world, something that has never been done or seen before. And he told us that I can give them the script. Any company or any business, I can give them the script and they'll be able to do it. But I guarantee you, they do not have the humanitarian interest or the loyalty to the people and to the market as I do, as we do. That is where Mr. Ash Mufareh derives his fulfillment. Ash Mufareh, according to me, is the greatest human being that the world is going to find out in the next maybe short period of time. The greatest human being to ever set his foot in this planet based on the impact that he's going to leave. That is his fulfillment. It is not the monetary part. Ash Mufareh does not really care about money, as we all know. The fulfillment he derives comes from the realization of this mission of his, which is to uplift humanity. That is where Ash Mufareh is going to be fulfilled. And what we, those who followed him through the journey, who've had this privilege to be part of this once-in-a-lifetime innovation, what we can do for him is fulfill that mission, which is for all of us to go out and do what we promised to do. I send it back to you, Minoo.
I'm getting goosebumps. Thank you. What an amazing recap of what you said about Ash. Anywhere from having the vision, being blessed by that, dream team, and turning wounds into wisdom by learning from mistakes, and then the mission. So if we were going to compare the financial success to meaningful fulfillment, we can say financial success is like the physical body of a person, and meaningful fulfillment is the heart and brain, which the physical body without the heart and brain is nothing. Or we can say a computer hardware versus the software, which the hardware cannot function any without the software. So the meaningful fulfillment is what matters. And then also, I'm just so excited of listening to the recap that you did. So I forgot my words. So with that, we're going to go to Jean Aliva, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Minoo. Oh gosh, thank you, Marty, Chris, Collins, Bob. A lot of what you said really resonated with my approach to this. When I read the topic, Minoo, the unraveling the myth of happiness, my first thought was happiness is not a myth. It's a choice, a really active choice to be, as Bob said, to be in the moment we are in with all of its challenges. It's and choose to see its goodness, choose to see its blessing, choose to see the benefit in it, even if it's uncomfortable, and to choose to smile from within, because as Colin said, happiness is an inside job. It's coming from within you. It has nothing to do with what's going on outside. As much as people may think it is, people that want that financial achievement, they think that's going to bring them happiness. It never will. It's what you do with it and what's coming from the inside of you. And having said that, it's perfectly fine to not be happy all the time, to not make that choice to be happy in those moments, because we're human, but we just don't want to stay there. We want to always seek to choose to be happy regardless of what's going on. And it's the same thing with finance. No matter what your financial circumstances are, you can choose to look for this. Just say you're penniless. You have nothing in the bank. You've got nothing but debt and bills and stuff like that. You can choose to look for a silver lining somewhere in that black cloud of your life, and just a small glimmer. It might just be something super, super simple, but it lets you know that something is shining. When you talk about a black cloud in the sky and seeing the silver lining, which is basically that edge, because the sun is shining behind it. So it gives this little silver lining. And that's what that phrase is from. And it tells you that the only thing between you and this thing that you want, this shining thing, is water vapor. You know, there's really, that's the illusion, that's the myth, right? That there is something separating you from your goal, which is that shining sun, right? So that's going to dissipate over time. And if you keep, there's a great quote. Oh, he's an American poet, Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman said, turn your face or keep your face always towards the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you. And I thought that was such a profound quote, because it's like, you know, it's so literal, right? If the sun is there and you're always facing it, always facing the goodness, always looking for the goodness, the shadows necessarily physically are going to be behind you. You're not going to be distracted by them. And so for me, it's happiness is really a choice. And the financial part of it has nothing to do with anything. It's really that fulfillment's going to come if you, when you have that financial gain coming in, you do something with it that moves your soul, that does something for someone else. Like Bob was talking about Ash being happy. He's happy because we're his creation, right? You know, this family that we've created, and our joy and our passion. Like Marty says, my why is coming on every day and sharing this value. It's Ash is doing that, and we're co-creating this thing together. And so we're sort of satisfying and fulfilling each other. It's like, it's hard to describe because we're so connected. You can't just say, okay, Minu has passions and dreams, and she's doing that all by herself under the ONPASSIVE umbrella. No, her passion is tied to all of us. And so I think if we can keep our choices and our focus, Bob DeCusi, our focus on the sun, on the goodness, even when everything is hitting the fan and looking like a hot mess. And I try to teach my daughter this. You look for something to be grateful for. You look for something. You have a roof over your head. You know, it's not raining that day. Whatever it is, you find something small, and that will change your focus and build your positive energy. I think Red talked about energy today, that keeping that energy from within. You keep on doing that, and it's just going to build and build and build, and then your happiness will be a very tangible thing, and you will feel that fulfillment. But it all starts inside. And I think and by spending time with people like yourselves, we're never going to spiral down into our own doubts and fears, because we're all here as brothers and sisters to lift each other up and inform each other. And as Marty says, edify each other and all of that. So I can't even tell you how blessed I feel, because we are what people want in life. What we're feeling here as a group is what people are searching their whole lives for. And how lucky are we that we've already gotten it. We don't even have apples yet. You know what I mean? It's like the apples have become irrelevant, and it's just all, it's really a pinch. I could just keep saying it's just such a pinch me, I'm dreaming moment. Truly is. And so I thank you all. Thank you, Minu. This is awesome. And I can't wait to hear what everyone else says. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So Collins mentioned attract happiness. And then you mentioned the choice. And then the choice of picking up a mindset, putting down write down where you want to go, what you want to achieve, and then that will give you a sense of goal and purpose. And then you can use that as a blueprint to give us a discipline, which that word doesn't necessarily mean a strict word. It means a freedom to choose the things we do, the things we don't do, setting up boundaries, being careful with our energy and time. Where do we spend it? Who do we spend it? That will all line us up with that choice, and then we can be fulfilled by pursuing our goal. So the more I hear from everybody talking, it's all a matter of fulfillment and happiness and heart and brain and alignment with your core values versus the financial achievement is just a little toy. It's a leverage to use it for this. Thank you. So Francine, you are here on a crazy hour. I muted myself. Thank you for being here. So we let you speak to the topic, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Minoo. Thank you to all of you. It's so interesting to listen and be really motivated once more being with you. The topic is so intense, and speaking after all those speakers is really a challenge, right? For me, I think happiness is a choice. I choose to be happy. And patient and positive mindset fuel happiness and help us achieve or materialize our very mission on earth. That's what I think. And then we are happy first and foremost for ourselves. We cannot be happy for others, but it's contagious. Happiness is contagious. And once we have managed to find our happiness from within, because it comes from inside ourselves, it overflows to others because no one can be happy alone. It's definitely to be shared. Now, it may lead us to take actions and fulfillment for me is much action. It's a feeling, but it leads me to action. And in order to take those actions, finance is also a key. We cannot avoid to talk about finance. It's important because even if we are very spiritual, we still need to live in a world where exchanges are very important, where our status in the society may be important as well. Each one of us has a contribution to give in this world, and the means used most of the time is money. And what I like about that is the choice we made within ONPASSIVE. When our CEO decided to put in place this company, he had already the vision. He had happiness to share with others. And the only idea to share with others brought him happiness. He had an icon. He followed Mother Teresa. He loved that icon, and this was part of his happiness. And he wanted to share that happiness. And by sharing that happiness is his fulfillment. Because every time he comes and he says it's a done deal, it means he's fulfilled, right? And in each time he's fulfilled, it means the financial aspect is a done deal. So we cannot put those things separately. They are working together. And there is no shame to be financially empowered because we did that finance with ethics. That's the difference between us in this company and others that are making money without seeing the fulfillment, without having this happiness to share, without having this love. Because when we talk about happiness, it means we are deeply rooted into love. If you don't love, you will never be happy because you are self-centered. And that's why happiness comes from within. That's what I believe, and I wanted to share this with you. I will not be long. Thank you.
Francine, what a beautiful perspective. You tied it really good together. Yes, we cannot underscore financial means. Obviously, we need that to give us confidence and open our hand to fulfill our humanitarian goals and heartfelt ways. And so you said there's no shame to be financially well off, right away linked it to ethics. So that's the value. That's the value, the difference between our company and outside world. So thank you. That was beautiful. You tied the heart with finance in this journey. That was great. Thank you. We appreciate you. And we go to Sherry Deshwe.
Hi, Manu. Hello, everybody. Thank you, everybody that spoke. It's been phenomenal. Your aspects, your power, your achievements, your fulfillment has been over the top. I'm getting my full here, that's for sure. Speaking of fulfillment. So I just made a couple of notes, but I'll try not to be long. Achievement is ongoing. And you really can't do it by yourself. It's best to have somebody do things with you because they can help push you, or they can help, or you can do it together, so it's funner. Achievement also could be something just also inside yourself. Like, I want to do X, Y, and Z tomorrow, or instead of doing it tomorrow, you can do it today. So having that achievement and having it ongoing, because you can make your achievement bigger, better, bigger, better. You can make a plan, do and review and do those and make them bigger and better. But having the achievement to have so many like-minded people to help you and to feel the love that you guys have and join that all together, I believe that's part of the puzzle. Fulfillment is the heart. So when you have all those together, finances also does need to be a part, like you were saying, Francine, because we know that the world is run that way. Got to have money to do things, to even live, to have food, to have whatever. But in passive, what makes it so creative, so cool, so fulfillment is knowing that the CEO of this company, my brother, Mr. Ash Mufareh, and his lovely wife and family, in the higher power, brought him to us. I believe that we will make this world a much better place, because he always said, I want to leave this place I want to leave this place in a better place than it is when I was born. And he did say when he was 51, like Collins, I believe, who said it, that when he was 55, going to see a big shift. That's achievement. And I know he has other achievements he wants to fulfill. And he wants to help not just you, but other people in the world, worldwide, different nationalities, different colors, different, what's the word, religious, all that. Have you ever seen a company who's fulfilled us in that many ways? Have you ever heard of a man who not only talks the talk but does what he says. Have you ever heard of a man and a family who really want you to have those precious moments back in your life? And that's what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you because of the system that he's created with AI and the amazing marketing. There's no more old marketing. It's a new era. Our CEO of the company is a guru in marketing. He's cracked the code for the marketing. It's AI driven and it doesn't cost a lot of money. There's another thing. He's not out to get money. He's out to help the world. He's out to help you get more time and more money, which is going to give you a fulfillment. You will have a smile on your face. Like I always say in my life, you have a smile on your face. When you go out in the world and you have a smile on your face, you can help somebody else spread that smile. Maybe they were so down on their chips that day, they were going to end their self, or they know somebody's going to end their self. You just bringing a smile to their face, to asking them, hello, how are you? Taking a second and really listening to what somebody is saying is a fulfillment and an achievement, not just for them, but for you. Do you know when you leave that mark and really listening to somebody? That's why I love coming on here. Sometimes I don't like to speak because I just like to listen. I catch something that grabs my heart, that touches my, moves me, that, or maybe I didn't think of something that way. Or like I was thinking of other ways I can help somebody. So just taking the time to listen to somebody. You don't have to say anything. You just say, I'm here for you, whatever it is. A quick smile. So this is what Ash and his family, our brother and our sister, has created to share the love, the fulfillment. Is not just his fulfillment, it's your fulfillment and the world's fulfillment. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that? I don't know about you. This world nowadays is all messed up all around the world. Look, and I love the fact that when we have more, because he knows when you have more time, more finances, you're apt to give more. I always say in my life, about 95% of the people will be fulfilled and will want to give back. Maybe you've always wanted to go help the Girl Scouts or the Boy Scouts out, but never had the time because you're working 3 jobs. Maybe you've always wanted to go to the VAs and help them, but you never had the time. Or you don't have the money. You're like, I really would like to do both. And ONPASSIVE, you get all of that. And ONPASSIVE, you get the full fulfillment, the full love, the full movement. Gazillion Mother Teresa's, gazillion. And we will be a gazillion company. People will hear about us because they want to come in, because of the achievements, the heart, and the fulfillment they're going to have in their life and in their family's life and the world. So that's all I have. I love you guys, all the pieces. I hope that made sense.
Oh my God, absolutely, Sherry. The fact that we're here together as a family, like you mentioned, is a fulfillment. And we have an amazing, outstanding role model. And like everybody mentioned, making so many Mother Teresa's, which is going to have a ripple effect in the world. Those are fulfillment. That was a beautiful perspective, Sherry. Thank you. Anybody else would like to add to the topic? Please raise your hand. Otherwise, Marty, Collins, Bob, Chris, do you want to say anything else?
I think Bruce and Dr. Benny's got their hands up,
Okay. Go ahead, Bruce.
I think I should let the lady go before me. Minoo, okay?
Go for it. Go for it.
Mark's got his hand up too.
Okay. Well, anyway, first of all, I want to say thank you to Marty for all your words of wisdom are always so spot on. And so many people here are spot on. You know, I made a decision for me recently to invite somebody to come stay with me who needed some help. And he was staying, he was doing some working around for me too. And I'm very glad that I did that. Remember to be humble enough to know that when I need help, I should always be humble enough to ask for it. So he came in, we went to a meeting tonight on gratitude. And what a great topic that comes into here, because one of the things about gratitude, I said, I'm grateful for everything. It doesn't matter whether it's something sad, whether it's something unhappy. Just says, I'm grateful for everything that happens every single day of my life. Somebody is having here about some things that make people happy. And there's nobody who has the power to make somebody happy. What I can do is show people a way to become happy themselves. So the choice for happiness is always within the individual. And I want to thank Ash MUFAREH for really honing us and meeting us in the way that he has to make us the great, magnificent people we are in ONPASSIVE. We as founders are truly blessed because of what he's given us. But in all of that, one thing that I'm sure about gratitude is that unless I take an action with gratitude, it won't stay. So I have to give away what I get from being grateful. I have to share those things out. I have to spread the joy because God has given me a great gift. And if I don't share that gift, guess where it goes? Nowhere. So the greatest thing of all is to always share the greatness of ONPASSIVE, no matter where we are, no matter who we're with. And it doesn't matter that we're talking about ONPASSIVE or we're talking about the ways that people can be uplifted in their lives. We are always about uplifting people from the horrors and disasters they have in their life to other solutions. The greatest solution we have is Ash MUFAREH being our leader, being our teacher, and leading us to ONPASSIVE and teaching us never give up, never give up, never give up, never give up. Because when we never give up, we always win. And we always win. We always are filled with joy, with gratitude, and great levity in our lives. And even the hardest thing in the world that Ash has gone through things for us. I'm sure that Ash understands there was a purpose to all of that too. So to all things in life, there is a great purpose. I don't have the answers. I don't need to have all the answers. I need to be humble enough to keep learning, to be open to learn, to be open to give, to be open to remember. As it said, I remember when we were first introduced to Uplift. It was during a time I was in August of 2020 when he started introducing Uplift, and the floodgates came out. And he said to us, "We are a movement. We are a movement. We're not centered in any God in particular. We are a movement, and that movement is in alignment with power greater than us that will always, always give us whatever we need to achieve." And I always have to remember that God didn't make junk. God has never made junk. God has made me perfectly me. God has made Marty perfectly Marty. Gina Leva perfectly Gina Leva. Kiani perfectly Kiani. And everyone here is their perfect, unique self. And all of us becoming one together, drives the force on ONPASSIVE beyond where we can ever see. So we just said, always remember, stay the course, stay the course, stay the course. Anyway, I think I've talked enough. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, as everyone from land from Canada used to say. And merci beaucoup, Francois. Thank you all again.
Great job.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Great job, Bruce. Actually, we could hear you even more clear tonight. So never give up. Thank you for sharing your insights. All right, we go to Dr. Benny, please. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you so much, Miss Mino, for giving me this opportunity. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to my family. It all depends upon your location, wherever you're coming from. Before I proceed, as you all know, I want to take this moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing all of us this evening. Very important. This morning or this afternoon. I also want to thank him for sending an important person to all of us, our extraordinary CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. As you all know, without him, you and I will not be here today, this evening. He is here to eradicate poverty and to uplift humanity. I believe that is his main goal. And his main goal also is to make you and I happy. As you know, happiness is within. It is your choice. It is a state of well-being that encompasses living a good life with meaning, deep contentment. It is also the ability to acknowledge and embrace every emotion, even unpleasant one. Now, seeing this big picture and living with mindful meaning and purpose. Again, now, based upon this particular topic, unraveling the myth of happiness, financial achievement, what I know is that it explores the common misconception that financial success is synonymous with true happiness. That this phrase dealt with the tension between material wealth and deeper, more lasting form of contentment. Now, the myth of happiness, it talks about the society which often equate the financial success, such as high salary, luxury, possession, or social status with happiness. However, it simplifies the view that overlooks what? The complexity of human well-being. Now, when it comes to the financial achievement, while financial stability can provide what? The comfort, security, and access to resources, it doesn't inherently lead to what? Emotional or psychological satisfaction beyond your certain threshold. The incremental happiness gain from money, it diminishes the concept known as what? Hedonic treadmill. And when it comes to the fulfillment, it refers to the sense of purpose, the connection, the alignment with one's value, right? Now, when it comes to the unraveling, unravel means that it deconstruct or critically analyzes the idea, which challenges what? To rethink the societal narrative that the financial success is ultimate measure for happiness, encouraging what? Shift towards more holistic understanding of well-being. This concept, it invites what? The reflection on what truly matters in life. And it encourages the balance between what? Financial aspiration and personal fulfillment, which it emphasizes that happiness is multidimensional and it often requires more than just material success. I want to thank those who have spoken before, and I appreciate you giving me this opportunity, Ms. Mino Miller. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. So we have Lystra doesn't have the capacity to raise the digital hand. We go to Lystra. Thank you, Dr. Benny. And then Mamadou and Kiana. Lystra, please.
Thank you, Minoo. Hello again, everyone. What a topic. Everyone has done so much and said everything. Oh my gosh. But you know what? What makes me happy is no myth. I can say that for a fact. Happiness, as Collins and a few of you said, it comes from the heart. It comes from in here. It can't come from anywhere else. What you do in this life, what you achieve in this life, people that you help, that you know need the help, and you're out there giving and helping, that brings true happiness. And I know that because in my old church, I helped a lot. Nursery school, I would give up being in the service and listening to the preacher to go to the nursery and help with the babies so that the moms can go sit down, get a break, and listen there. That brought me happiness because I know I was giving, and that is always, always, it gives me a good feeling. Okay, so that my happiness as well is being in this company. Mr. Ash has brought this to us, and what a gift he's given us. A lot of people don't see it. In every company, in all walks of life, there's gonna be ups and downs. We gotta go with that flow. We gotta live with that. We gotta make the most out of it. And that is what I try to do. And all of that brings me happiness. It's just great, being here with all of you, the people I've met from around the globe, helps to fill my life. Otherwise, yeah, I've got my kids and my grandkids, and they're a treasure, but we need more than that. We need, like what we're doing here, reaching out, helping people. And I know that that brings fulfillment as well. One day, as Jean says, when the apple starts to fall, think about how much we can do. We are in such a needy world right now. I mean, we have a roof over our heads and clothes to wear and food to eat. A lot of people don't have that. We being able to help, that will bring us such fulfillment. It will. And all of that I look forward to. I thank Ash every day for this platform. Oh, no platform, for this business that he's brought to us. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I say that every time. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, but right here with all of you. And knowing that in the future, how much we can do for everyone. That's all I wanted to share. Thank you all so much.
Beautiful. Thank you, precious. Thank you, Lystra. All right, we go to Mamadou, then Kiana. Mamadou, please.
Yes, Miss Minoo. Thank you very much, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my beloved family. Sorry, I'm having an internet problem, but before it kicked me out, let me just say what I have to say. With regards to the topic tonight, happiness is something that comes from your heart. And really, when you see, when you do good to somebody, and that person, the way you see that person express the satisfaction and happiness and appreciation to what you did to that somebody, the way how you feel, it really gives you some fulfillment. Because if you have something in mind, whether to do good or to do anything in this world, and you see that you was able to
Did we lose you, Mamadou?
We didn't lose him. He's doing a great meme job.
All right, maybe we'll wait for him to try again. Let's go to
so
He's blowing all of us a kiss.
Yeah.
no, am I audible?
Now
Yes,
you
are.
Edible? I don't know.
Okay, who is hearing me? Mr.
We all hear
Craig?
you.
or
Yeah,
Miss
you're
Minu?
good.
Oh,
You're
I'm good, thank you. As I
Hey,
was
hey,
saying,
hey, Mamadou,
yes.
you're having trouble. Turn your camera up and talk. It'll be better for your internet.
Oh, okay, yes, let me do that. See.
It might help you survive.
Okay, good. As I was saying, happiness, it comes from your heart. And when you do something good, the way you see the person you did that goodness, how that person express satisfaction and appreciation to you, and the way how you feel. For example, some of us came from Africa, and in Africa, they depend on you. When you receive a call and you was able to render assistance to that person, the kind of blessing and praise you will receive, it makes you feel so good. So, and that gives you fulfillment because you are here and all your days and time you are thinking about helping those people. And the way you're able to do that, it gives you fulfillment. So, for example, Mr. Ash has everything, but his happiness comes from making somebody happy. That's why he created this company. And for us to be part of it, we are going to replicate him. And in doing that, we'll be able to fulfill. So because of my internet, I won't be able to go so fast.
You made it.
For your
Thank you so
outstanding
much.
You're welcome.
I thought I was gonna have to fire you, Mamadou.
Please don't.
All right. Thank you so much, Mamadou. Thank you so much. All right. I think Collins is going to say a few more words before Kiana. I apologize, Kiana, if I may have Collins contribute some more words because he has to go get some sleep. Thank you, Mamadou.
I knew Mark wanted to get on too.
Okay,
And
we will do it after Kiana.
yeah, and
will
I'll throw in 2 cents at the end.
Thank you so much.
You know, maybe if Lauren want to speak, that's fine. I'm here. I'm still here, so it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys decide. Go for it, Collins.
To speak. If anyone want to speak, that's fine. I'm still here.
That's okay. They're going to be here too. Go ahead, please.
Yes. If they want to go ahead, that's fine. I'll wait.
Collins, go ahead.
All right, that's good. Yeah. I was just thinking about, my mother said something, and it just triggered my mind. He said, Ash fulfillment is when he see us happy. Remember, we are here, and the only thing Ash will be fulfilled is when the founding member and those who are coming into the company, those who are coming to participate and use the products are being fulfilled. That's 100%. We are making commissions, and those who are using the product, they are happy and say, wow, this is a great product. That is what will really make the Mufareh family to be happy. Because without that, if nothing is coming out from the company, what he is trying to achieve, if there is nothing coming out and the people are not happy, I don't think ASH will be fulfilled. And we ourselves will be fulfilled and happy when the people we are trying to help, outreach, whatever we are doing, and they are saying, wow, thank you. Gina Liver can be in USA and bless someone in Asia and say, may God bless the person who gives me water to drink. They don't need to know you. Bless you. That is good, because thanksgiving and honor and blessing comes from God. You tell me thank you, I know thanksgiving, honor, glory, and everything, it belongs to God. But when they say, may God bless that person, 100% I will receive that, because blessing comes from God to us. So you can sit in USA and bless somebody, in a place, in a remote area. That person doesn't need to know you. The person just needs to say, thank God for the water. It's enough for me, and you'll be fulfilled that you've done something great. You've done your bit, you've run your race, you've blessed somebody. That is a fulfillment from the blessing that is coming from ONPASSIVE to you. And the blessing comes from God, not from Mr. Ash Mufareh. I always said Ash Mufareh is a messenger, because God's word always said, for me to change my will, I would rather change somebody. If it's not Mr. Ash Mufareh, God will still send somebody to fulfill. If ONPASSIVE is a fulfillment from God, a divine providence, doesn't matter who God would use. God will always use somebody to fulfill his mission. But God chose Mr. Ash Mufareh. So he is just a messenger to fulfill God's promises to all of us. And we also have to do our part to fulfill that. And everything that will come, materialistic thing, is for us to help us on our life journey. There is a reason, sometimes I always say this thing, sorry that I'm going this way emotionally. There is a reason why God created everything and then created man last. Nobody have asked that. 7 days, created the universe, the planet, the that, and human being was the last creation after 7 days. Why? He created your need before you. That's it. He said, because if God created us before our need, we'll be a beggar of our own need. But he created our need so that we will not lack anything. That is the truth. It is the abundance is there, like Mr. Ash Mufareh said. Why is the world suffering? The world is full of abundance. I said in one of the first webinars I attended, the world is full of abundance, and there is nothing that we can take out of this planet Earth. We can use it, twist it, and turn it, but there is nothing that we can take. Why are we still lacking? It means there is something lacking, human greed, that have taken everything apart. But now he is trying to bridge that gap of human breed so all of us can have that fulfillment of what we want. And when we have the excess, the true excess, what are we going to do? True happiness will come to those we outreach and bless them. That is where our true joy will come, and say, thank God I was able to give somebody water to drink. Thank God I was able to clothe the naked. Thank God I was able to give home to the homeless, bring light to those who are in darkness, and all of those type of things. That is what we will do. And that is the true happiness. From the abundance of the company we are in, we will be able to reach out. Let us remember that just 1 million people know about the company. What will happen when 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion will know? It means at that time, that 1 million will be that early bird, as I said, the true people that really understood, that went through this journey to understand what this company is all about, and we'll have that abundance to go out and bless. And I always said, if you don't bless the needy, be ready to bless the taxman. The taxman is ready to take it from you. You will bless him whether you like it or not. You cannot get away with anything. So I will leave it there, Mino. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Beautiful. I think Chris and Marty need to leave. They're gonna have to go to a meeting. So with that, thank you, Marty and Chris, for being here. We love you. Give our love to you know who. And with
Yeah,
that,
I apologize, guys. Something just came up. And I've enjoyed. I will watch the recording. I know Kiana. I know who's after Kiana. I will watch
Mark
this
and
after we
Louis.
get done. So I apologize, but sometimes you just got to listen to somebody.
It is the way it is. Thank you, Marty and Chris. All right, so we go to Kiana, please.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Manu. Great topic. Thank you, everyone else that's spoken. I'm feeling all your love from your hearts. For me, first of all, when you are happy, like everyone says, it's from your heart. It starts from your heart, it goes to your mind, you feel the emotion, and then it goes down to your thoughts, and then you want to fulfill from there. So you're going through these steps in a real sort of quick way. And sometimes it takes a while to get the fulfillment, even though you're happy about something, but you still want more. So you need to fulfill yourself. Like you think of the people that are, very poor in Africa or wherever. You can go to those places and they're happy. They don't need money. They don't need to see the finances. They're happy because they have their family, or they have food, or they're just happy to have a home. And when you visit them, they might become fulfilled because they've met you and they've pleased you and they fed you or whatever they did. And that's their way of getting fulfillment, and they're happy. So us, that have all the homes and have this and that and everything else, we need the money because we need to survive. Everything's so expensive. Things are just different for us compared to somebody like I spoke of. So finance for us is a bigger deal than it is for them. Finance is really nothing. They don't need the finance. So, and then once we have the finance, we can share, and then that becomes happiness. And when we get feedback and we're even more happy because we've shared our money, we also get the fulfillment. And it all sort of goes all together. We need that fulfillment, and a lot of times that doesn't happen right away. It takes quite a while. We're trying to be happy, we're trying to get our finances. That sort of controls our mind and keeps us sort of on this roller coaster. We got to work, we need our money, we got to do this, we have to survive, we have to, so on and so on and so on. But then we wish we could help this person, or I wish I could do this. That's the fulfillment that we're looking for, to keep us happy. We can be happy for a moment, is how I see it. We can be happy, we can, be able to, have our finances, that keeps us happy. But in our heart, it has to be more than just happy. We need to find our fulfillment and find someone else's fulfillment. Like the poor lady in that village, we'll be fulfilled because we know she's fulfilled by feeding us or meeting us, or and yet I'm fulfilled because I might have met her, and I'm going to give her something. And it's just a thing that's like a ball. It's just all around. It's rotating in different ways. Like you might start with money and then you're happy, or you think you're happy and then you get money, and then you realize you're actually more happy because you have money. And it's for me, it's really what luck and achievement that you pursue. Mindset, again, this is all about mindset, like how hard you want to push how you feel and how hard you want to get what you need, like your promotions or a new job, or how much you want to help that person that's been down the street that's just been eating at you. And you, so you know you need to do something like get more money or talk to people and you know, get a group of people, let's go and help this person. It can come in all different ways, different orders. And as long as you are happy and fulfilled, you will always be happy because your heart gives you all of that. The mind gives you the emotion, the heart gives you the love, and the fulfillment gives you the need. And that's all I have to say.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Absolutely. And as we go, we'll learn from each other, different ways of how we can help others. So that's the beauty of it. We can share experience and knowledge and ways to do that. Thank you, Kiana. Mark Olson, please.
Hello, hello, hello. Zoom thinks I'm backwards. If you look at, I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. Maybe because I'm a backwards type of guy.
It looks straight for us, Mark. It's not backwards for us.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
backwards for me. Maybe it's just me that's backwards.
No,
Anyway.
it'll look backwards to you, but it's straight for everyone.
Oh, okay. Happiness. And that's a byproduct of my gratitude for today. You know, I live by 12 principles that spiritual principles that if I'm practicing them, there's love and service and I'm helping people, and that by doing that, by helping others, I find some love within. Just a minute here. I just want to read the 12 principles that I live by, and you'll see how much it intertwines with ONPASSIVE. First one's honesty. The fairness and straightforwardness of a conduct adherence to the facts. Second one's hope. To expect with desire something on which hopes are centered. Yeah, I could see that coming out of ONPASSIVE. Faith. Complete confidence, belief, and trust. And that's what I have in Ash Mufareh and the team. You know, we've heard it for, well, I've heard it for the last 4 years. You know, I've heard is what attracted, it wasn't the money that attracted me here. It was Kevin telling me that yeah, there's this Ash Mufareh, man, he's got all kinds of things. He's putting out this product, oh bless. And he told me about that, and that's what attracted me. You know, it's attraction rather than promotion. I don't have to promote it. I just gotta to live what I learned here from Ash and the team. And this here just went by on me. Okay. Courage. It takes courage. I have to have the honesty, the hope, the faith, and that brings me the courage. It gives me the ability to have a firmness of mind and will in the face of extreme difficulty, mental or moral strength to withstand fear. You know, Ash has gone through a lot. God, all we had to do is follow some simple directions. Relax. I got your back. Live your life. I got your back. You know, we'll take care you and millions of other people through this process. There's more, but I'm going to quit. I just want to say I love y'all. I never that's what's awesome about this and the life I've been living through the 12 steps, and I can't say enough. I really can't say enough. I do love y'all, and I gotta say, I like O Connect better than Zoom.
Thank you, Mark. Absolutely. We feel that. We share that same love. Thank you so much. And Miss Lori.
Thank you, Minu. Thank you, everyone. Oh my gosh, everybody's, happiness stories are awesome. I've been happy through my life, I've always had a smile on my face. I greet people, and I help, like say, with whenever the opportunity arises, I look for desperate people a lot of times. And I'm driving today, driving the bus to take someone up, a young lady and a young mother, and her, she has an autistic child who's about 12, 13, and she struggles, and stuff. And I think in my head is, as to help her, because she's stuck in this thing, not being able to help her child, and nobody's helping her with her child that needs to be, as much as she complains about, what they're doing is it's just short and sweet and out the door you go, and it's not accomplishing anything. So she's kind of stuck in a rut. But as to give her a gift, I mean, I'm excited to be able to help someone and in the future, and get them on their feet and watching the people walking down the street. They're in the cold and they're walking, they have no transportation, and they're all getting to a destination with their heads down, and there's no happiness there in their in their journey. As to be able, my happiness will be to give them a gift, and open people's eyes and hearts to see what's going on and what's coming to the world here with ONPASSIVE, and I'm just excited. I got to keep my overwhelmness, is because I know it's coming. I've never faltered or disbelieved anything about ONPASSIVE. And then my most happiness is with all you guys, I mean, oh my goodness, how could you be not be happy on this note with, hearing everybody's hearts and knowing that it's true, and and we're on this journey, incredible journey that's gonna change the world. Who gets to do that? Only the chosen ones, I believe, that do have the true heart, who sees Ash's dream, and we are all become that dream. And it changes our mind. It's like, and when I was young, and I looked at the movie stars, and they got all the big fancy cars and the big fancy houses, I'm thinking, oh gosh, I'd love to have that, but that's not what you end up finding out in the world, what the world is about. They're miserable at going through quite a bit of stuff now. But it's as learning is what I want to, at least before I leave, is I want to express to my children, to open their eyes, my grandchildren. I want to know that when I leave, they'll carry on the things I've learned. They're not listening to me right now, of course, because, they don't believe me. So, but I get to change that thought, and I get to figure out how I'm going to go about it, as to open their eyes and get them to see some things other than just every day going to work, paying the bills. There's more to life. period, than just going to work, paying the bills. And I've learned so much, way much with all you guys. And that's my happiness that I've created now, you know, other than my Clydesdale someday. But many dreams and things are unfolding in my head about what to do, how to do it, you know, and everybody says, be careful how you do it, you know. So all of that I'm trying to put together is, you know, like, how would I help that person walking down the street? You know, he's the despair in his face, and you just, I feel it. I sink myself into that person, you know, it's like, oh, and tears came over me when I went past him and my head starts rolling. So, you know, and it's, that's something special to be able to get to do that. And I love you all. I thank you all. And
Thank you.
I'm here.
Thank you, Lori. Beautiful. There is this specific, particular sense of inner peace that you have, and you and Sherry and Jean, to me, I pick that on all three of you, and Mark, this sense of calmness, collectness, and just inner centeredness. Oh, I really appreciate that about all of you, each and everyone. Thank you for staying all the way through the end of the webinar, every one of you. I love you, and remember, OMinoo is nothing without you. Until we meet again, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Manu. Thank you, Ash.
Thank you.
Bye,
everyone.
Much,
Bye,
everyone. This
everybody.
was wonderful.
Good night.
Bye,
Hi,
everyone.
everybody. Did a great job.